What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be me setting up my 2020 bullet journal. And this is really exciting because I love like New Year's and setting up new things and having new goals. It's like one of my favorite things of all time. So I've been wanting to set this up for so long. And so it's finally the day we get to set this one up. My amazing friend Heather over at the Linden Bookie, she had gifted me with this bullet journal, and this is like a special edition one, so that's why it literally looks so beautiful. It is the Leuchtturm 1917. So, you know, it's the same type of planner that a lot of people use, but this one just is, you know, more beautiful than the other ones I've seen. Let's go over just a couple supplies that I'll be using. So I do have a ruler and I always use a pencil. I already actually have my spreads set up with pencil inside. I usually always do that before I film a video. I got this 3-pack of Tombow pens that I really like because there's like one that's really thin, one that's medium, and then one that is thick. So I'll be using these throughout my planning today. And then I also have a pack of mild liners that my friend Brandy gifted to me. And so I think these are the colors I'm going to be using mostly, but I do have some more colors in case I do want to get a little bit more colorful. Then in my actual planning, I always use these like sticky post-it notes, especially when I'm writing like grocery lists or meal plans. These are just amazing and I really like having these within my journal. And then last but not least, but I got these tabs for this year. I've never had tabs before, and these are like metallic tabs and they look really beautiful. And so as you can see, I already put one at the top here, and then I'm starting my months. So once I do a new month, then my monthly tabs will be on the side. So really excited about that, especially since they match this bullet journal. Okay, all of those supplies will be linked down below in case you want to get some for yourself. I also use Sharpie pens sometimes and the Micron sometimes, so I will have those linked down below as well. But I think for just today, I'm going to just be using what I've shown you so far. Okay, so I use the bullet journal method. I've read that book by writer Carol, and so that's like really what I follow. So I am going to be using my index this year, and I did set up a pretty big future log. They gave me 4 pages because they already had the titles at the top, and so I'm going to be setting up a future log that fits all 4 of the pages. So we're gonna go ahead and do that first, and then we'll keep moving along and I'll tell you exactly how I'm using my journal after all the planning is finished. now that I'm all finished setting up the bullet journal, we're gonna do a flip through and just kind of show you how I have it set up. So I filled out my index with everything that I've set up so far. Then I have my future log. So I just wrote the months down and drew a line. I'm not doing any calendars or anything like that. And so far I just have things written in pencil just because I'm not sure if they're going to change or not. And so then this is the other 6 months. And then I have a far into the future just for when I get to the end of this year. You know, since my last month ends on December, if I know of things that are happening in like January and February of 2021, I'll be able to use this to write down what needs to go into my next journal. Then I have my like stats page. This is for YouTube, my main Instagram, my booktube channel, and my bookstagram. So what I'm going to do is each month, like for instance January, I'm gonna write down how many subscribers and followers I have at the beginning of January, and I'll highlight the numbers just so that way I know which channel it corresponds to, and so that way I can see throughout the year then my growth. And so I'm really excited about this. And then I have my ARC spreads. So I saved 12 pages for all of my monthly ARC spreads, and so January I have filled out so far. These are the ARCs that I currently own, either print or ebook, and I have the book title and the author, what publishing date they come out on, the genre, the format, the source, and the publisher, and then I'll put a star rating, and the check mark is just whether or not I'm reading it, and I'll cross it out if I decide that I'm not going to read it for some reason. And then I do have extra space down here. I can either draw more lines if I need to add more books, or I can write notes. For instance, like if I have to post about it on a certain day, I could write that down in the notes section. So I actually have all the way up until May filled out, just because I know I have books so far that publish all the way up until May, but then I left blank pages for me to do the rest of the year. I just don't want to write on them yet, just in case I change the format of this. So far I just have up until when I have my like most recent arc. So May is my most recent arc. So flipping through those extra pages for the ARC spreads, then I have my Q1 mental inventory, and this is something that I learned from the bullet journal method book, and so I have working on, should be working on, and want to be working on. So I'm gonna fill this out for the first like 3 months of the year. I just didn't have time to fill it out before this video, but I will be filling that out, and then I'll be doing one for each quarter. Now we come to my January, and I decided to do a cover page this year, but I'm just literally going to do something easy like writing the month on the page. But I do like having this in order to, you know when the month changes, and I really like having the tab for the month here too. So I have my January calendar set up. So this just has the actual date and then the day of the week. And so anytime I know of something, maybe it's a YouTube video coming out or something that I have planned for this month, for instance, like Alvin's birthday is the 9th, I can write it down in here. And then this is my January to do. So any type of tasks that I need to do in January that I don't have for like the weeks when I do the dailies, I will be able to put here. And then I did a little goals spread down here. So this is, was the goal met, yes or no? So these are the goals that I'm going to be doing for January. So I'm going to be doing a no spend month, which actually is probably going to be 3 months of no spend, but since I'm just focusing on January for now. So no spend month, I want to complete the 21-day fix and start working out again. I want to do 30 days of carnivore. I want to complete a monthly Bible study. I want to do a weekly 24-hour social detox. So one day a week, and then no screens in bed. I really need to get better at that because I did it last year for about the first 6 months, but I've been really bad about it. Okay, so then I actually have another calendar set up, and this is just for my book club. So many things go on in my book club that I wanted to have a separate calendar to see if I could just keep up with things a little bit better. A lot of times I forget when like a readathon is happening or something like that. So I want to do this right here, and then I have a weebie bookin to do, so that's my book club again, and I want to be able to like put anything that I have to get ready for like an event or something like that. Then I always have a monthly admin call with my admins for the club, and so that way I can write down topics I think of throughout the month for us to talk about, and then any type of notes after we do have our call. Then I have no spend rules, which I haven't filled out yet. but you will see this once I do a flip through of January, once I set up my February spread. And so I have what's allowed, what's not allowed, the exception, the goal, the time period, and any tips. And I'm really excited for this because this is really gonna help me. Then I have just a YouTube spread. This is literally just for me to write down any ideas I have, things I need to change, whatever it is. I just kind of left it really open just to have that brainstorming section. Then I have my January reading spread, and I decided to put it over 2 pages just to see what would happen. I have this, which is going to be the books that I read. And so once I read a book, I will fill it out with the title, I'll fill it out with my star rating and all of that type of stuff. And then so far I have like a wrap up little spread. So this is going to be the physical books I read, the audio books I read, the ebooks I read, where they came from, and I'll just put like tick marks for now. And then at the end of the month, I can add up all the tick marks and like actually write the number. Down here, I'll probably write the genres and then the star ratings once I am able to add everything up from here. So it's kind of like a 2-page wrap-up spread, but we'll see how this works because I haven't really found anything that I've been super loving when it comes to doing my wrap-up spreads, and so we're gonna try this out and see how this works. So that is all. That's my whole like monthly January and the beginning of the setup for 2020. Then after, like, since I have these blank pages, this is where I'm going to start my dailies. So January 1st, I write the title at the top and then I just write a to-do, and I'll show you how I did that in my previous journal. So this is my journal for 2019, and so let me show you what a daily looks like. So these are like my monthly spreads, and then this is a daily. So this is exactly how I'm going to be doing in this journal, where I have the day highlighted and I just have tasks that I need to get done, and I just really like this. And then that way I have other things in between here, and I use these post-it notes for just extra things that I need that I know that are gonna like change and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to use my new bullet journal for 2020 and just see how it all is going to just look. Especially, I can't wait to do my first monthly flip through. I feel like it's gonna be fantastic. So I'm really excited for my February setup, just so that way I can go through January and just show you how I used my January spreads. This is all for this video. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know down in the comments if you really enjoyed this video and enjoy seeing these setups. This is going to be a new monthly video here on my channel, so I'm really excited. And so I think that's all. So I will see you guys in another video soon. Bye guys.